Hello students, welcome to this class. This is Pammi and we will continue NCERT class 9 chapter 15 improvement in food resources. I hope you all are enjoying your studies at home. So let's start the class. In today's class, we will discuss the following topics such as what are crops, what is green revolution, how has green revolution made India self-sufficient in food grains, what are the different programs introduced in India for increasing the production of other food resources, what is sustainable agriculture and types of crops. So students, when we talk about crops, what comes first in your mind? Plants that you generally see in open spaces or field. But students, all plants that you have seen in open spaces are not crops. They may be grass or weeds, that is unwanted plants. So crops. Crops are plants grown in large quantities for food or other needs. Example, wheat, rice, maize, millets and cotton. Students, we all know that India is an agricultural country. But before Green Revolution, India was not able to produce enough crop to feed its growing population. Old methods of farming were used. But now, India has been able to increase food grain production through Green Revolution. So, we will understand what is Green Revolution. Green Revolution. It is a program introduced in late 1960s in many poor countries to increase food production by use of modern technology, proper irrigation and improved seed. In India, there has been a 4 times increase in the production of food grains from 1952 to 2010 with only 25% increase in the cultivable land area. Indian scientists have been able to increase food grain production. They have introduced improved varieties of crops, better agricultural methods and irrigation facilities resulted in the production of food grains. This was through a country-wide program called Green Revolution. So, we can say that Green Revolution has made India self-sufficient in food grains. Now, India has adopted a new strategy in the field of agriculture which resulted in great production of wheat and rice. Following this, there has been an increase in the production of other food resources like fish, milk, oilseeds and pulses through similar programs. So programs for increased food production in India are, first one is Green Revolution, White Revolution, Blue Revolution, Yellow Revolution and Golden Revolution. So we will discuss about White Revolution. So White Revolution, it is a program introduced in India to increase production of milk. This program made India self-sufficient in production of milk. Blue Revolution made India self-sufficient in production of fish. Students, you must think that why it is called Blue Revolution? Since the color of water is blue and you all know that fish lives in water. So, the term Blue Revolution refers to the remarkable emergence of aquaculture. Yellow Revolution made India self-sufficient in production of oil. And Golden Revolution made India self-sufficient in production of pulses. So students, the increase of food production has also increased the availability of food to the people. These countrywide programs have helped meet the growing demand for food. They have increased food production but caused undesirable imbalances like changing the soil chemistry and polluting water bodies. Soil chemistry changes and water bodies polluted just because of chemicals used in pesticides and fertilizers. Thus, there is a need to increase food production without upsetting the balance in nature. For this, the principle of sustainable agriculture has to be followed. Sustainable agriculture, the practice of cultivating land using such methods that yield sufficient crops but do not harm the environment is called sustainable agriculture. So students, it should be economically beneficial and at the same time be able to maintain a balance in environment. We can maximize the yield of crops to adopt the following practices, that is mixed cropping, crop rotation, intercropping and integrated farming practices. We will discuss all these practices later. Students, we know that different types of crops may be grouped as food crops, fodder crops, fiber crops or timber crops. Food crops like cereals, pulses, oilseeds, vegetables and fruits provide nutrients. Now the question is, what are nutrients? So students, nutrients are substances that living beings need to carry out their life activities. The nutrients found in food crops are carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals. Cereals. Cereal crops are those food crops that give food grains which can be eaten or used to make flour, that is wheat, rice, maize, millet, etc. Pulses are seeds of crops that can be eaten, that is peas, grams, lentils, etc. The seeds of some plants such as oil seeds are used to make oils for cooking. So all these type of crops contain different nutrients. Nutrients in some major crops. Cereals such as wheat, rice, maize, millet and sorghum provide us carbohydrate and their use in body they give energy. Pulses like gram pea, black gram, green gram, pigeon pea, lentil provide us proteins and helps in growth and repair. Oilseeds crops including soybean, groundnut, sesame, castor, mustard, linseed and sunflower provide us with necessary fats, give energy and warmth. Vegetables and fruits provide us a range of vitamins and minerals and they help in regulate body functions. Plants also give us timber, fiber, spices, medicine, tobacco, sugar and beverages like tea and coffee. Crops like Sudan grass, oats and berseem are fodder crops grown mainly as food for animals. Thus, humans and animals almost completely depend on plants for food and many other needs. So, today we have studied about crops, that is plants grown in large scale. We discussed about Green Revolution and many other programs for increasing the production of other food resources like Blue Revolution, White Revolution, Yellow Revolution and Golden Revolution. We also discussed about sustainable agriculture, that is practice of cultivating land using such methods that yield sufficient crops but do not harm the environment. And we have studied about types of crops, that is cereal crops, pulses, oilseeds crops, vegetables and fruits. We also discussed about the nutrients found in these crops and their use in body. So that's all for today's class. Bye-bye.